don't have any authority. I just have a recommendation from my boss that I have to follow. So you can just make your pitch to Mr. Esparza.
You gotta know how this works. I've been around a few years.
Abby. Hi, Abby.
Hi, Mr. Trejo.
Hi, do you have a rec on mine? My guy's Joel Gonzalez.
Yes, I was reduction of each count to 25,000 with AIP.
Okay, guys, we're gonna get started just a bit. Okay, good afternoon. Today is Wednesday, March the 13th. My name is Judge Esparza. We have some writ hearings scheduled for this afternoon. We do not have a court reporter. If you are requesting a court reporter, your case will be reset for a later date. If you are okay with proceeding, unless I hear any objections, we will proceed without a court reporter. Not hearing any objections. Thank you, Mr. Pena. Not hearing any objections, we'll proceed without a court reporter. The defendants are in the courtroom. The first case I'm going to call is C-1117-24-F, State of Texas versus Jose Ramon Arizmendez. Mr. Arizmendez, are you present, sir? You speak English, sir?
I represent.
Just a minute, Mr. Pena. Just a minute, Mr. Pena. Just a minute. Okay. Stand more toward, well, right there's good. You're good right there. Right there's fine. Face the TV monitor, sir. Mr. Arizmendez is present in the courtroom. He is English speaking. This is your motion, Mr. Pena. You may proceed.
Your Honor, he lives with his parents. He's a pre-med student at the Weslaco College. His mom and dad are here. He's a U.S. citizen.
Yes.
You have any questions of them, Mr. DA? They're here. He's got right now he's got two bonds of two misdemeanors of $1,000 each. Judge, we think we can go with a $5,000 bond on the felony.
Judge, the state is not recommending a reduction on his bond of $75,000 at this time for the aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. This case does involve a stabbing that occurred at a club downtown. Victim had significant injuries and was taken to the hospital. Additionally, Your Honor, the defendant continues to pick up new cases. He has an unlawful restraint from April of 2022, an assault from June 2023, a sexual assault from April of 2023 that's at intake, and a reckless driving from December of 2023. And so given that he has all of that pending and continues to pick up new offenses, Judge, we're not recommending any reduction at this time.
Quick response, Your Honor. Those, as you can see, those are over a year old. He's been attending these bonds that he has already posted. He's been attending school. He's living with his folks. He denies any assault on anybody, and he'll be coming to court. And he's a U.S. citizen.
I don't know if you've had a chance to review the complaint, Mr. Pena, but they are very serious, as the state indicated. It was an individual that was stabbed and beaten, and was taken to the hospital. So they are very serious charges.
It happened over about a year ago.
But actually, no, sir. They just happened. They just happened 10 days ago. The assault happened 10 days ago.
February of this year.
The aggravated sexual assault occurred on March the 3rd this year. 10 days ago.
Did you know about that? You knew about the charge.
I'm talking about the current charge, Mr. Pena. The aggravated assault with a deadly weapon occurred 10 days ago.
Yeah, we'd like some reduction, Your Honor. These people are not well-to-do. He'll make court, and I'll be sure that I haven't had a client skip on me.
Okay, I understand, Mr. Pena. Raise your right hand, sir. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Speak louder, please.
Yes, sir.
Put your hand down. State your name for the record. What's your name?
Jose.
Louder.
Jose Arizmendi.
How old are you, Mr. Arizmendez?
I'm 19.
How old?
19.
You graduate from high school, sir?
Sir,
What high school?
grade eight,
Louder.
grade eight, academy.
When did you graduate?
2022.
Can't hear anything you're saying, sir. You want to get out of here? Speak louder. I've already told you 3 times. Did you not hear me?
I was thinking, but it was,
Okay, well, speak louder. I can't hear anything you're saying. You're mumbling.
2022.
Are you enrolled in college? You want to sit down and we start over? You want to speak louder?
Yes, sir.
Where are you enrolled in school?
West Laco. STVT. STVT.
Who do you live with?
With my parents.
You understand you're out on bond already, sir. You're not supposed to be picking up any new charges. You understand that, don't you? I'm gonna order, if he does make bond, I'm gonna order random UAs through probation, which means probation will contact you to go get and get drug tested.
Yes, Your Honor.
If you come back positive, hold on, let me finish, Mr. Pena. If you come back positive for drugs or alcohol, you're gonna end up back in jail. Do you understand that? If you don't show up when they tell you to show up, you're gonna end up back in jail. Do you understand that? I'm also gonna order a curfew. You need to be at home no later than 7 p.m. until 7 a.m. in the morning, unless you're working or at school. And you need to notify probation. If you have classes or you're working, you notify them of your schedule. And that'll allow you to stay out past the 7 p.m. curfew. Otherwise, you're at home by 7 p.m. Do you understand that? No contact with the alleged victim. I don't know if you know this individual or not, but don't go calling him, don't look for him on Facebook or anything. You understand that? To reduce the bond to $25,000 cash surety. With those conditions, if you make bond, sir, you understand, you need to comply with the orders of the court. You understand that? Anything else from the state?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Peña?
Thank you very much, Your Honor. We'll comply. with-
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Have a good afternoon.
Thanks.
Go ahead and have a seat, sir. Good luck to you. Next case we're gonna call is C-1122-24-A, State of Texas versus Joel Gonzalez. Mr. Gonzalez, stand up, sir. Póngase de pie. Ahí está bueno. Ahí está bueno. No hablas inglés, ¿verdad? Mr. Gonzalez is present in the courtroom. He is Spanish speaking. Mr. Trejo, there you are. Sorry. This is your motion, sir. You may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. Labrador, Mr. Gonzalez, my client has been in custody for more than 1 month, Judge. He is a U.S. citizen. He resides in Cameron County. He's 51 years old, married. He does have kids. Bonds are currently set at $50,000 apiece. There's 2 counts out of the same transaction: assault on a public servant and harassment of a public servant. He can't make the bonds, Judge. We're asking this court to consider reducing the bonds. I believe if the court can reduce these bonds to $5,000 apiece, he can make them. And he promises to come back for court.
Your Honor, the state would be in agreement to a reduction of these bonds to 25,000 each count with AIP. The defendant does have history. He did abscond on an assault charge previously out of Brownsville, and he does have an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon from Brownsville as well, Judge. There's no information in the TCIC to show what happened with that case. It's from 2022, so I'm not sure if it's disposed of or not, but he does have assaultive history, and in this particular case, did kick and spit at a peace officer, Judge. So the state is in agreement with the reduction, however, not as low as Mr. Trejo had requested, and with the condition that he have AIP given his previously absconding in Brownsville.
Okay. Raise your right hand, sir. You swear to tell the truth, your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
State your name for the record.
Joel González.
How old are you?
Cumplí 50.
Are you currently on parole or probation? You know, Lauro?
No, Judge, I don't know. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fine. He said no.
No, casi nunca estaba en la cárcel antes. Y estaba bajo salir. No.
Said no? Okay. You said he lives in Cameron County, Lauro?
Correct, Your Honor.
What city do you live in?
He used to live in Brownsville, but Los Fresnos.
Do you have a job? Do you have a job?
Sí, estaba trabajando en el puerto.
En el puerto.
En Mar, no me acuerdo si la Aymar, mantelamos los barcos.
He was working at the Amor company, like dismantling boats.
In what city? Where at?
Brownsville.
Es que si puedan dar.
You stem from a DWI stop, correct?
That's correct, Your Honor. That bond is set at 2,000.
Mr. Gonzalez, if you make bond and get out, you need to stay in contact with your attorney. Do you understand that? You're gonna have to show up at a later date at the courthouse to take care of these charges. Do you understand that? Understand? Go ahead and reduce the bond on the assault on public servant. $7,500 cash surety. On the harassment charge, we reduce the bond to $2,500 cash surety. Those are the only two charges before the court, right?
That's correct, Your Honor.
But I order random UAs also through probation. You'll need to report to probation when they contact you to get drug tested. Do you understand that, sir? And they're gonna drug test you for drugs or alcohol. If you don't show up, we're gonna have a hearing to see why and maybe put you back in jail. If you're positive for drugs and alcohol, you may end up back in jail. Do you understand that? Understand? Right, bond will be reduced on the assault on public servant to $7,500 cash surety, on the harassment charge to $2,500 cash surety, random UAs through probation. Anything else, Mr. Trejo?
Nothing further, Judge. May I be excused?
You have contact information for him, correct?
Yes, I do, Judge.
Trejo?
I'll call the family.
Okay.
Thank you. Have a
All
good
right, thank you. Next case we're gonna call is Toma asiento, señor. Buena suerte. Next case we're gonna call is C-1091-24-I, State of Texas versus Miranda Bauman, is that correct? Bauman? Okay. Ms. Bauman, you speak English, correct? Ms. Bauman is present in the courtroom. She is English speaking. Mr. Sanchez, this is your motion, sir. You may proceed.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Yes, Judge, Ms. Bauman, she's an English speaker. I spoke with her yesterday. I'm appointed counsel. The charge is burglary of habitation. I believe with the intent to commit another felony. Judge, I have not reviewed the complaint. I've only spoken to my lady on the phone yesterday. The bond set at $50,000. She's indigent, Judge, and we're just at the mercy of the court. I don't have a recommendation on Ms. Miller yet.
Okay.
Yes, Your
Ms. Miller?
Honor, in this particular case, this defendant is on parole and was on parole at the time that she picked up this offense. It is a $50,000 burglary of habit intent of their felony. It was an ex-girlfriend or a current girlfriend. I was unclear from the probable cause statement, who was the victim, who was assaulted, Judge. There are no conditions in currently prohibiting contact with the victim. And so the state would ask that Your Honor would add a condition that she's not allowed to have any contact with the victim. We would be in agreement, Judge, to a reduction to $20,000 cash surety with no contact with the victim. But no lower than that due to her already being out on parole and picking up this new offense.
Is there a parole hold, Abby? I didn't see one. Guess I missed it. Raise your right hand, man. You
I
swear
don't
to tell
see
the truth, the whole truth? No, right?
Sorry, Judge, sorry to interrupt. I don't see a parole hold, but her parole date is until August 17th of 2024.
Okay. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? You put your hand down. What's your name? State your name, please. How old are you?
I'm 26.
Where were you born?
I was born in Alice, Texas.
What city do you currently live in?
McAllen, Texas.
You live at the address where this event occurred?
No,
Okay.
it's a false accusation, but I'm gonna try to.
You'll have a day in court. You'll have an opportunity at that time to defend yourself in another court. Right now, we're just here to discuss your bond. If you do make bond, I'm going to order that you have no contact with the alleged victim, that you not go near the address located at 314 West Champion Street in Edinburgh. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do not have contact with the alleged victim, Alexia Trevino. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You have a job, ma'am?
I was looking for one. I was just invited.
When was the last time you worked?
I worked at a barbecue place in Edinburgh, next to that.
When was the last time you worked?
This year.
You have children? Or you support yourself?
I'm trying. I should have stayed home.
No.
I can't.
With the charges you're gonna have to face, suggest you get a job. We'll go ahead and reduce your bond from its current setting. $10,000 cash surety. No contact with victim. No drugs, no alcohol, random UAs through probation. Same thing I told those other two individuals. Probation's gonna contact you. You make sure when you get out of here, you give them a correct address and a phone number. If they can't get a hold of you, I'm gonna put an order for arrest for you and have you brought back in here. If you don't show up, we're gonna have a hearing and possibly put you back in jail. If you show up and you're dirty for drugs or alcohol, you're gonna have a problem. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Anything else, Ms. Abby?
No, nothing from the state, Judge.
Sergio?
That's all, Judge. Thank you for the consideration.
All right, good luck to you, man. Make sure you stay in contact with your attorney.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Sergio. The next case we're gonna call is C-1083-24-J, State of Texas versus Teodoro Linares. Mr. Linares is present in the courtroom. He is Spanish speaking. No hablas inglés, ¿verdad? He is Spanish speaking. Mr. Hernandez, this is your motion, correct?
Yes, Your Honor. Good afternoon, correct?
Good afternoon. You may proceed, sir. Just go slowly so our interpreter can translate everything to your client.
Yes, Judge, no problem. Your Honor, I filed this writ requesting a bond reduction. My client is currently in jail for a felony DWI. I believe this is his third DWI. He has been in jail since February the 17th, so almost a month, and his bond was set at $30,000 cash or surety. I filed this, Your Honor. My client advised me that when he was arrested for this case, that it was a blood draw. So I anticipate that the results may take a while before we get them from the DPS lab on the draw. That's part of the reason why I filed this request, just to see if the court might consider a reduction. Your Honor, my client was working as a welder prior to his arrest. He lives in Edinburgh, and I believe, I haven't seen the complaint, but my client told me that this case resulted from a traffic stop. I don't believe there was an accident or anything of that sort, Your Honor. So whatever consideration the court can consider on reducing it from the current 30,000.
Judge, this is his third DWI. The state is showing that Mr. Linares actually has an ICE hold, however. And
I saw that too.
it was a traffic stop. Everything that Mr. Hernandez said is correct, Judge, but because of the ICE hold, the state's not recommending a reduction.
Why were you aware that he had an ICE hold?
Yes, Judge. He advised me that he has been deported before, Your Honor. Obviously, we're not disputing that, Judge. I just feel that, but for that, Your Honor, obviously, I believe he would be eligible for a reduction, and he has made. He does live here. He works here. He does have ties to the community. Even if the court were to reduce it, for example, to 5,000, his family would still have to come up because of the ICE hold, Your Honor, with probably the full amount or close to the full amount. I am appointed on the case, so any reduction still would be difficult on my client and his family. I'm just trying to see if we can speed the process along, because if it is in fact a blood draw and it takes a while for the results to come in, just trying to avoid having him sit in jail for a few more months or several more months until the case gets indicted.
I understand. The magistrate who arraigned him ordered an ignition interlock device. So if he does make bond, he is required, he'll have 5 days upon release to install that. If he gets deported, whenever he gets back, he needs to have that installed onto his vehicle.
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that, sir? That you are required to put a device in your vehicle if you make bond.
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and reduce the bond to $7,500 cash surety. You have contact information for him, correct, Eloy? For his family?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Okay.
I'll
Go ahead and
let
reduce it.
his wife know.
All right, $7,500 cash surety. And
With a condition of-
the ignition interlock.
Understood, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
All right, good luck to you. Buena suerte.
May I be excused, Your Honor?
Yes, sir, thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good one.
You too. The next case we're gonna call is C-1097-24-I, State of Texas versus Cruz Estela Tamez. Mr. Guerra, this is your motion. You speak English, ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor.
Right, yes. She is present. She is English speaking. Mr. Riera, this is your motion. You may proceed, sir. Hondo?
Sorry about that. You hear me, Judge? You hear me?
Okay, yes,
All right.
yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, Judge, we did file a writ, seeking bond reduction. The first charge that she has is a possession of controlled substance, is a felony 3, I believe. It's set at 15. We want to see if the court would consider doing a 10,000 on that one. Judge, there's a failure to ID, Judge, which is a misdemeanor, and that's set at 10,000. We're asking the court to consider a $1,000 cash surety bond on that one. And then there's an unauthorized use of a vehicle, Your Honor. That one is set at 20,000. See if the court will do 5,000 or 2,500 cash surety, Your Honor. She does have some criminal history, Your Honor. However, we're still requesting this. She's only been in jail since February the 28th, Judge, but we do feel that the bonds are a little excessive for the type of crime that she got arrested
Mr.
for.
Riera, just so you're aware, the complaint has been filed on the failure to ID. And it looks like it's cause number CR 24-02-373B in court 2. So they'll have to address the
Okay.
bond reduction with
Yes, sir.
County Court Law number 2.
Yes, Your
That
Honor.
being said, Abby, do you have any information on the 2 felony charges or any?
Yes, Your Honor. The state would be in agreement to a reduction on the possession of a controlled substance from 15,000 cash surety to 5,000 cash surety, and on the unauthorized use of a vehicle from 20,000 cash surety to 10,000 cash surety. We would ask the court to order a drug patch. She does have history, Judge, of DWI with child under 15. She has misdemeanor drug history, and she also has injury to a child or elderly history, which she was on probation for. And just given the facts, we would ask that she be ordered a drug patch with the bond reduction, Judge.
No problem. Raise your right hand, man. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? State your name, please. How old are you?
31,
Where were you born?
Mission, Texas,
What city do you currently live in?
Alamo, Texas.
Who do you live with?
My grandma.
You have children?
Yes, Your Honor.
They live with you?
Yes, Your Honor.
How many children do you have?
2,
How old are they?
15 and 5.
You have a job?
Yes, Your Honor.
Where do you work?
Me and my fiance, we have our own mechanic shop.
Mechanic?
Yes.
That's good.
And,
Good. You're out of trouble. If you make bond, I'm gonna order, instead of the drug patch, I'm gonna order random UAs through probation. Same thing I told everybody else. You need to show up when they tell you to show up. If not, you and your attorney will be back here telling me why I shouldn't put you back in jail. If you show up and you're positive for drugs or alcohol, you're gonna have a problem. Do you understand that? We'll go ahead and reduce the bond on the possession of controlled substance charge. I'm gonna follow the state's recommendation, reduce it to $5,000 cash surety. On the unauthorized use of a vehicle, bond will be reduced to $7,500 cash surety. Random UAs through probation. Anything else, Abby?
Nothing from the state, Judge. Thank you.
Mr. Yetta?
Nothing from the defense, Judge. Thank you.
Good luck to you, man. Stay in contact with your attorney. You understand that? All right. Thank
Thank you,
you.
Judge. May we
Thank
both
you,
be
Mother.
excused? Thank you, Judge.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Abby.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes.